Hey guys, my name is Ananya and welcome to my channel. I make videos every week on all things food and beverages. Please do consider subscribing and help me help you through my journey here on YouTube. Today, I've decided to make these super soft, moist, fluffy, and extremely delicious chocolate cupcakes. This is a super simple recipe, and the best part is that you can make this with stuff that you already have in your pantry. I begin with weighing out all the dry ingredients. The dry ingredients I'm using here are flour, salt, baking powder, baking soda, cocoa powder, and a little bit of coffee powder. If you don't have all-purpose flour at home, you can definitely go ahead and use whole wheat flour or atta that you may have at home. Just make sure to add a little bit more water or oil or any other fluid that you want to add to your recipe. Make sure to sift all your ingredients. This will help to prevent any lumps forming in your final batter. In this recipe, I have used bura sugar or powdered sugar that was available in my market. You could, however, replace the same quantity with granulated sugar or caster sugar that you may have available at home. If you want to, you could consider powdering this in your mixer and you could use the same quantity as mentioned in the recipe. But if you're using granulated sugar or caster sugar, I would recommend reducing the quantity by maybe a quarter cup. Also, in the case that you're using granulated or caster sugar, I would recommend dissolving the sugar in your wet ingredients, as I'll be showing later. This will just make sure that there are no undissolved parts of sugar in your batter and the sugar mixes evenly into it. Adding a little bit of coffee powder to a recipe that contains cocoa powder or chocolate helps enhance the flavor of chocolate. Once all the dry ingredients are sifted, I vigorously mix it with a whisk. This helps to evenly distribute the baking powder, baking soda, and salt within the dry ingredients and also provide some extra aeration to your batter. The next step is to combine all the wet ingredients. Here I've taken curd, milk, oil, and a teaspoon of vanilla essence. With a whisk, I vigorously mix this and make sure that the fats and the water from the curd and the fat in terms of oil are properly emulsified. This will become a homogeneous mixture and that's when you know your wet ingredients are ready. Once your wet ingredients are ready, you can mix your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients and stir it in with a spatula. Make sure not to use a whisk here because we are not trying to aerate the batter, but we are trying to make sure that the wet and the dry ingredients are well incorporated. At the same time, we are not over mixing it so that the gluten in the flour or the atta that you have used is not overdeveloped. If you overmix your batter, your final product, your cupcakes, will not be soft and airy and they'll be very dense and they'll be very rough and tough to eat. The last ingredient I add is a cup of hot water. The reason I do this is for two things. One, to kickstart the process of baking powder and baking soda producing gas in the batter, and the second is that our batter contains cocoa powder and coffee. In the presence of hot water, these will begin to infuse its flavor into the batter and the flavor will strengthen. I add the hot water in parts just to make sure that the mixing process is not too cumbersome. I do something called the fold and mix. This is where you take the spatula from underneath the batter and pull it back up to the top and then press it down into the batter. So this process makes sure that you are not over mixing the batter and not putting or stirring in too much air into the batter as well. Once you're done mixing, your batter should look as shown in the video. Once it's ready, You can use either a spoon, an ice cream scoop, or a piping bag as I'm using here to pipe your batter into cupcake molds. I have already lined my cupcake mold with cupcake liners. I fill the piping bag with the batter, just enough for me to be able to hold the piping bag, and I pipe about 2/3 way of the cupcake liner with the batter. As you will see later, if you're using an ice cream scoop, you can, depending on the size of your ice cream scoop, you would be able to get the right quantity, which would be up to 2/3 as you can see in the video. You can also use a regular spoon, and I think about 3 to 4 teaspoon sized portions of the batter should fill up your cupcake liner. Before I started piping my batter, I let my oven preheat for about 10 minutes at 160 degrees Celsius. Once my oven is at temperature, I slide my cupcake mold into it and let my cupcake bake for about 10 minutes. To test if your cupcakes are done, take a skewer, poke it into a cupcake, and when you pull it out, if you see crumbs stuck on it, it's not done yet. But if it comes out clean, it's done. Here I just scooped my remaining batter using an ice cream scoop, so I thought I would show you guys how I did that. A bonus step, we're going to make ourselves some chocolate buttercream. This buttercream is an American buttercream that has the right amount of sweetness and is extremely delicious. The process of making this chocolate buttercream is pretty straightforward. All you need is softened butter, cocoa powder, and icing sugar. We start off with whipping the softened butter to a point where it looks fluffy and pale. Once you've achieved that consistency of butter, we sift cocoa powder and icing sugar into it. I use a spatula to stir the powder into the butter just to make sure that when I take my blender again, it doesn't fly everywhere around. Once I have stirred it enough, I take my hand blender again and I whip it up till it's completely combined and looks super glossy, and it looks nice and chocolatey as well. Even while you're whipping up your buttercream, make sure not to over whip it, otherwise you'll have too many air pockets, and when you try to pipe or use your buttercream, it's going to look too porous. We are trying to achieve a very smooth and glossy buttercream. So yeah, we are almost ready to eat our cupcakes. The first thing you need to do is make sure that all your cupcakes have completely cooled down. Otherwise, when you try to pipe your buttercream onto your cupcake, it's going to start melting. Here I have taken 3 types of nozzles. One is a regular round, second is called a star, and a third is called the rosette. I have put these nozzles into piping bags and added equal quantity of buttercream into each. Using these 3 nozzles, I just show you in the video how you can pipe different designs and achieve different looks for your cupcakes. You could leave these cupcakes as is, or you could give it a final touch by putting some or sprinkling some colorful sprinkles, or you could just use some chopped chocolate as I've used here. And that's it, your cupcakes are ready. Making cupcakes is something I have loved and I've done for over 3 years now, and it's something I can just never get tired of making. I really hope that you try this recipe out at home, and let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed making it. And if you ever do make it, do share pictures with me on my Instagram page, and I'd love to see how you've recreated this recipe. If you've reached this point of the video, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate your support. If you like it, please do share this video with somebody who would love watching it, and do hit the like button, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.